Well, I'm at the Meadows. Race 7 is going on the track. I'm in race 9 with time is on my side. I wanted to try and finish off the video as best I can, starting with the 3-year-olds. ACDC, I actually sent a message out to Brady Galliers about the horses. Harry said they trained well, they schooled well. ACDC, Love Sensation, Go Boom schooled for Dominic. Leland Hanover schooled also. And then, of course, we had our 2 qualifiers. So ACDC is in schooling. ACDC was in schooling yesterday, schooled well. I haven't heard from Brady back yet how fast he went, but Harry said that Brady was happy with all of them. Does that mean he's happy as in, hey, let's school him again, qualify him? He's probably a Mohawk colt, or hey, this is probably a grassroots type Flamborough London colt, in which case he'll probably, if there's room, he'll probably find his way back over to Ohio, only because they literally race for twice as much money in the maiden at Northfield as they do in the maiden at Flamborough or London. Aunt Sarah, Jason has Aunt Sarah and about 3 others that are getting ready. I thought Aunt Sarah would be ready by now, but when we trained her Christmas time, she looked a hair thin and seemed a little more winded than the other horses. So I told him, just back off with Aunt Sarah, put the weight on her, and bring her down a little bit slower. She isn't quite ready cardio-wise as the other horses were. And it's not that she was expected to be. I just thought she was progressing a little quicker than she needed to be, and just tap the brakes a little bit and get her ready. Blue Rare is back in jogging now. I suspect she's just starting to train right now. In Ontario, Capistrano Knights will likely qualify. I might qualify her on Wednesday. We'll see. Still a little rolly. I want to check her hobbles again. Have Dr. Latessa go over to see how those splints look. Her training mile both the other day and the week before I left was very, very good. So she's pretty well ready to go. Cherry's girl is back going now. When she come back in, she's not training. She won't be training until the end of January. Degas, same thing, end of January. We'll start training. We'll start training Degas. Diosadella Danza is getting very close to being ready to go. She's training good. Not only is she training, she's training good and looking good at the track. So I'm very happy to hear that and see that. Don't ask again. Jason just can't. She doesn't. I don't know if she doesn't respect him or whether she doesn't take her training seriously. And I know when we hit her racing in the summer, she was awesome. Right, her last start was the best one of her life. But training back now, just with one other horse, she just kind of dogs it a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that right now. I don't need her to do more, but at some point in the near future, I'll ask her to do more, and I expect her to do it. Dune is jogging. She won't start training until probably the second week in February, and that's perfectly fine. Had to know he should have schooled yesterday. I guess he'll. Yes, I'll look at that in a minute. Brady Galliers literally just messaged me. Had to know we'll be schooling this week, I guess, coming in Mohawk. I don't think he was on the schooling list yesterday, and I'm not particularly sure why, but he'll be schooling this week coming. Hanger 1 is jogging. He's nowhere near starting to train. He'll maybe train the second week in February. We'll get him started back up. I haven't talked to Andy a lot about him. And if I'm going to be completely honest, it's a little bit of out of sight, out of mind. Andy's an extremely dedicated caretaker, horse person, and a great trainer. So I trust him in that regard. He's in the right facility, and Andy's done it. I've driven a lot of Andy's horses, and he does very well. So I'm more or less just, hey, let me know, give me an update here and there about Hanger 1. I haven't asked him for one. And maybe I will when I run into him today. I'm sure he's here today. Highest Honors is training in Ontario also. Probably going to need a couple more weeks before he even thinks about going fast, I would imagine. There's no rush with this guy. Again, I think he's a nice little horse. He'll service us well this year. In New York, probably going to be that Flamborough London maiden. Now, we have a number of maidens getting close to qualifying here in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So, likely, I'm more apt to say, fine, just try him at Flamborough and London a little bit till we make room for him over here. And who knows? Maybe he'll race once or twice there, look good, and we'll take him to Mohawk. I don't know. His qualifier yesterday was adequate. It's hard to get a gauge on them. You know, they just qualify so slow all the time at Mohawk. It's hard for me to get a real good read on how was that horse. I don't, like James said, Royal Flushdale could probably win a maiden next week. Now, that was his words. Probably used, so don't hold me or him to it. He said he could probably win a maiden. Well, he won a mile like 2-2. I don't know how you quantify that, but James was sitting behind him. He was happy with him. I thought the mile looked mathematically good for in New York. We'll see how he does when he starts racing. Jailbird Jog will come back in. I'll bring her in next week, probably. If if Shauna says she's feeling good and in the right shape, I'll bring her in next week. I think that makes the most sense. JK Mega is starting to train now in Ontario. Harry said he trained well this morning. Jolene Hall is in Michigan with Chris. She won't start training until the end, probably the second week of February. We'll start training her along. Nah, I guess the end of January. She came in around Christmas, didn't she? Yeah, she did. Judy's Money, same thing. End of the month, we'll start training her. Leland Hanover school today. Now, James said Brady told him he went good. Brady did just text me. I can't stop my video to look at his note, but I believe they were very happy with the way Leland went. Lifting Legend is jogging now. He'll start training first or second week of February. Love Sensation schooled yesterday. James has asked we schooled her again and then qualify her at least once, which I'm not a big fan of, but James believes she's going to fit at Mohawk and wants to make sure she's ready to go. Megan's Lucky Day trained good yesterday. She's a good 3 weeks from going in the bike. I know there's horses that are getting ready a little quicker than her that come in the same time as her, but every horse is different. I want to give Megan just a little more time. I thought she looked good yesterday. Millie Girl, somebody asked me. I haven't heard about Millie Girl in a while. Millie Girl's training awesome. I thought of all the trainers I went with her watch yesterday, she probably trained as good or better than anybody. She'll probably be ready for the race bike in another 10 days, a week from Wednesday. So maybe even school. We may school her a week from Wednesday in Northfield, a slow mile. We'll see, but she's close. My name's Swaney. Won't start training until probably the first week of February. We'll get her back training. Neuromancer trained great today. 2:13 last half and 5 in the jog cart on a snowy, slick day. I thought he looked rather well. I just need him to train in our school or whatnot in 2-1 and 2-2, and then I'll be ready to push the button on him. He's been in 2-4, 2-5 a few times now, so he should be ready. He's close. We'll see. Perfect Thought will bring her back in next week with end of next week with Looks Like Money out of Kentucky. We'll bring them both back up. Pretty Eyes and Lies back at the barn jogging today. She's going to qualify on Wednesday. She is going to write her ticket or rip it up come Wednesday. We'll see what happens there. Rico Tubbs jogging now, getting ready to start training in Ontario. Harry said he was happy with him. He actually might have trained him a slow mile today. He's either at the start of training back or soon to be training back. He committed. No, he's probably trained him today. You're right. Rose Run Bobby is going to race on Tuesday. I thought she trained very well yesterday, so we'll see how she races. Royal Duchess, pretty well ready to rock. I couldn't go fast mile with her yesterday. I thought she went okay. We'll see how she does. I want to get her shot, actually, also. Royal Flushdale is going to race next week. Dominic and James are both very happy with him. Simply Chaotic is training down. There was no talk of schoolers or whatnot, so I think he's probably a couple of weeks away from anything fast yet. And of course, all of this is affected by the weather, right? It's really hard to get them trained up when you can't train them at the track good. Solidarity, somebody asked me about him. Again, he's a couple of weeks from being ready to go to the track, but they said he's been training well. Steady Volo, in the same type of realm. We could be going more with him right now, but he was a little bumpy in the turns. Let his hobbles out, work on his knees, back off with him. I think that's what we'll do. Eric and Kathy have got him looking good, and he's sharp on the track. We just need to maybe pump the brakes for a week or so with Steady Volo. Also, there's a couple of horses like that. Sterling Hanover's jogging in Michigan. We probably won't start training him till the second week of February. Supermind is training here now. He's a little bully and a little hot, so it's hard to train him a mile in 35 or 40, right? So it's more or less put weight on him, keep weight on him, and let him train. We'll get him squared away soon enough. I don't even want to. I just asked Eric, how's he going? He said a little pacey at times. He's okay. So it's fine. Just put weight on him, keep weight on him, train him down. We'll get him there. Sweet Lake, Harry said, was a little sick this week. Did not train all week at a temperature 102 for 3 days. Is fine now, no temperature today, and was eating good. I don't know if he said he jogged or light, but she has not trained since last Saturday. Tomboy Strong is training well still. I haven't talked to Jason, but I know he was extremely happy with the way she's been training. I'll ask him how those horses trained this week, but they got to be 3 weeks from going to the track. I don't want them there any earlier than that. Maybe even a little more, to be honest. Uncle Danny's been training good here. I saw him last week. He looked good. Very happy with Uncle Danny. And Woodmere Bullet is back going now in Prince Edward Island. I don't think Jamie has trained him yet. He's just starting back jogging him. He's been jogging him for maybe 2-3 weeks, I believe. He's not trained yet. Zena Kemp is also in Michigan. She'll start training first or second week of February. There's your 3-year-olds. We're just coming back with the racehorses, 4 and up. There's actually a lot more than I thought. I might have to go race before I do another video. I will talk to you all very soon.